I just got feedback on a most interesting remote viewing target. I was given this target ID A1R0-L1N0. This was worked double blind with no monitoring, meaning someone emailed me this target ID. I didn't know who generated the target. I had no communication with anyone. No one monitored me. This is some of the data that I produced. Remote viewing, the experience for the viewer has any range of things. You can get ideas, you can get shadowy images, you can write down columns of words, you can get conceptual data, all of it valid. But for me, the money shot, the really amazing part, is when you have an experiential full visual, and it doesn't happen every time. And in this case it did, and it was a remarkable experience for me. So I want to take you through some of this data produced under double-blind protocol on target A1R0-L1N0. Had my desk set up, I did a cool down. I was doing it at 1330 sidereal when the mass of the center of the Milky Way, the noise of the center of the Milky Way, is shielded by the Earth. And it's thought that your psiability is enhanced at that time. And certainly for me on this target, it seemed to work. So the first thing I got when I addressed this target and had the bilocation event was this big thing out there in the darkness. And I realized that this target, mostly what it involved was motion and mass. Those were the ideas that came to me. A big hunk of something that exhibited motion and mass. That's interesting because when you work a remote viewing target, you generally assume that you're going to be placed somewhere on Earth, past, present, or future, where you're going to see an event, a location, people interacting, some object, some architectural aspect, or some landmass. And in this, I was just like, wow, there's just this thing that's motion and mass. So I look again, have another bilocation event where I see space and stars, and I realize that I'm seeing like portions of our solar system at a distance, and I could sense the elliptic, the orbits of the planet. And I said, wow, this is the solar system. And I said, wow, cool target, what is this? So I go back in, I look again. What I'm having these experiences, then I jot them down on paper, and I go back and I bilocate again. And this time I'm out in the inky blackness of space with stars all around, and I write, I'm looking at the night sky, I can see constellations in the Milky Way, and there's some connection to the stars. And this was just an awesome experiential event for me. So I look yet again, and now I see the sun, and I can see a coronal mass ejection, like I'm looking at a big solar flare. And I realized that this is something that's affecting Earth in some weird way. And I get the idea of EMF, like hyperionized plasma, and something from the sun is breathing life into something that I need to see in space. So at this point, I go more to the more conscious of the here and now paper, the Playfair data collection matrix, which is unique to the HRVG methodology. And I get low-level data where I see this object again, and I realize that the smells are acrid and the temperatures are cold, and more data. And again, I sense motion, like this is mass in motion. And then I see it moving really, really rapidly. I see this rapid movement that I know is affected by gravity. So at this point, I stop and I ponder this, and I write, in this target I sense danger, coiled energy of a force I don't understand. And I ask, is it powered by the sun? Like there's some connection between the sun and this mass that is moving through the solar system. So I look again, have another experiential event, and this is over the course of like over an hour. And I see this thing, and I realize it's being pulled through space like by by a tractor beam, and I try to draw that as I experienced it from my vantage point in space. So one last look, and I see this mass again, and then there's a point way distant in space, and I realize that this is something guided at a distance by some exotic form of transmission, and I realize the precision is amazing, and some form of gravity or traction or some beam is guiding this thing. So of course the target was 31 Atlas, this strange comet that is at the edge of our solar system heading our way. A lot of people are wondering about it. I did see it, and there's more data to come. There is more to the session. You can see the full presentation. We have a new website, by the way, and that website, ffgrv.com. Used to be futureforecastinggroup.com. It's a new one. ffgrv, ffgrv.com. Get a membership today. We're having a dandy time remote viewing. This session, I only get ones this good, this vivid, this experiential, maybe 3 or 4 times a year, and this was a good one.